Is No Way Home the best Spider-Man movie ever? Let's talk about it. I just saw No Way Home and wow, I have so much to say. So I'm going to briefly give my thoughts on the movie and then jump right into spoilers. Spider-Man No Way Home is by far the best out of the Homecoming trilogy. I wasn't a huge fan of Homecoming, and although Far From Home was better, No Way Home blows those two completely out of the water. This truly feels like a Spider-Man movie, and it stands out on its own really well. No Way Home is fun, through and through, and while some serious stuff goes down, I appreciated the comedy and how I was constantly laughing and smiling at all the jokes and references. The cinematography of this film is great too. It was shot in a more realistic and serious way, and they lingered on scenes with character moments which I loved so much. The CGI was good overall, but I definitely noticed some issues and jankiness here and there. No Way Home is most definitely a fan service type film, which I absolutely adore, but the story wasn't super compelling in the sense of why things in the story happened and how they were set up. I see No Way Home as a launching point for Spider-Man to really come into his own, and I think they did an amazing job. Is No Way Home the best Spider-Man film though? I need to watch it again to really know, but it's certainly in my top 3. If you like Marvel and or Spider-Man, go see this film. Now on to spoilers. I'm going to talk about Tobey and Andrew, a few things I liked about the film in general, and a few things I didn't like. Yes, Tobey and Andrew are in the film, and I am so happy they're here. I remember a few years back when I saw some fan art of Tom, Tobey, and Andrew on a water tower all together, and I was thinking it would be so amazing if this could actually happen, but I figured it was unrealistic. Yet here we are several years later, and they actually did it. Live action Spider-Verse happened, and I am so blown away by it. It's basically been confirmed for months now because of all the leaks and the hints in the trailers, but it was just as amazing to see Tobey and Andrew show up on the big screen as Spider-Man again. When Andrew popped in through the portal, I could not believe my eyes, and his suit looked amazing. It was even more exciting to see Tobey come through the portal, and it was such a great feeling to see my favorite live-action Spider-Man again. Even though I like Tobey Maguire more, I think Andrew got a lot more love in this movie, and I enjoyed him more than Tobey. It made me respect Andrew's iteration of Spider-Man more, and how he was and still is a great Spider-Man. Tobey was awesome as well. I just wish he got a few more moments suited up like Andrew and maybe a few more lines and callbacks. Of course, I would have loved to have even more screen time with Tobey and Andrew, but they got plenty and I'm satisfied. I was worried that they'd only be in the movie for like 15 to 20 minutes, so I'm glad they stuck around for a while. I really hope we see more of Tobey and Andrew in the future. Having all 3 Spider-Men together and seeing their interactions was the highlight of the film for me. The action scenes with them were spectacular, but I enjoyed the character moments the most. There's a few that stood out to me. Right before the final battle, Tobey is stretching his back and Andrew offers to crack it for him, and Tobey's like, yeah, that would be great. I just love Tobey and Andrew's chemistry. I love seeing all 3 of them interacting, working together, and encouraging each other. My absolute favorite character moment is during the final act, and they're all coming up with a game plan to defeat the villains. And Andrew tells Tom and Tobey that he loves them, and they awkwardly say, thank you. Bruh. During the final battle, when Tobey, Tom, and Andrew jump off the scaffolding and swing together, I was losing my mind, still in shock that this was happening. It was awesome to experience that in the theater. Most, if not all, of the action scenes, including Tobey and Andrew, were in the dark, which was fine, but I would have loved to see more action with them in the daytime. When it was time for Tobey and Andrew to leave, I felt like it wasn't handled the best. They just kinda stood around waiting to be sent back, but it didn't take away from their impact on the movie. Overall, they were great in the film, and I was so happy to see them again and see my dream come true. Aside from Tobey and Andrew, I really loved the pace of the film. Within the first few seconds, you get context from the previous movie about Peter's identity, and then you're thrown right into the action. I appreciated the different approach with how the villains were working together with Peter for part of the film, and it most certainly was not your typical good versus bad guy superhero film. I felt like the plot was a bit nonsensical. Considering all that went down, there wasn't a super good reason for all that to happen. Sure, Peter's identity got revealed and his life and the life of those close to him went to garbage, but I don't think that justifies messing with people's memories. From a storytelling perspective, I understand why they'd want people to forget who he is, but it still felt lazy. This is not really a negative, I just wanted the movie to be longer. I feel so satisfied with everything, but I wanted more. I would have loved if Tobey and Andrew came in sooner, maybe like 40 minutes in, but I understand that this is Tom's movie. Overall, Spider-Man No Way Home is an amazing movie. The more I think about it and compare it to the other movies, the more I like it. I feel like it's so close to being the definitive Spider-Man movie, but I have a special place in my heart for Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Verse. So for now, I'm going to say it's the best live-action Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2, and it's slightly edged out by Spider-Verse. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe!